Hello, I am Squalid Gamer and I wanted to talk about a new RTS game that is coming out, which is called Tempest Rising. Now, who am I and why am I gonna talk about this? Even though I'm a new YouTuber, I've been playing games for like all of my life, and one of the first game I played actually was StarCraft 1 with Brood War. We used to share a pirated copy between my friends in school. Now, growing up, I've played Age of Empires, I've played Warcraft, Warcraft 3, most of all of them, and I've played StarCraft 2 a ton. I used to rank every day for like 6 months or a year, and I even have the physical copies because I love that game so much. And recently the real-time strategy game genre has been left out a little bit, but we're starting to see them come up again, and one of these new bets is Tempest Rising. This game comes from Slipgate Ironworks, 2B Games, and 3D Realms, which are very prominent studios in the AA development landscape. Tempest Rising was announced some time ago, but we have not gotten a release date. What we do have is a playable demo that you can get on Steam right now and that we are going to cover in this video. During the demo, we'll be able to play one mission as each faction. The Tempest Dynasty is a collective that is formed by nations ravaged by World War III, and the main mission with them is basically go in and locate a refinery rig and then escort it out. We also have some secondary missions in the form of destroying enemy structures. The Global Defense Force is a coalition between the USA, Canada, and Western Europe, and they were basically the winners and they have all the resources. The main mission with the Global Defense Force, the GDF, sends us to locate a refinery hub and then building a base to destroy the enemy forces. Graphically, the game looks pretty good and it actually runs pretty well. It's very well optimized. The colors have a nice saturation that allows you to distinguish everything in the field of battle. Although maybe it was just me, but I feel like the infantry looks kind of a little bit samey, so in the heat of action you can actually get confused on the units that you are commanding. The music and the sound design help a lot in this game. The music is really good, and I urge you to go to their YouTube channel and listen to the music because it's pretty good. It'll be linked in the description down below. And the sound design is pretty good. It gives a lot of weight to the actions and you don't really feel like tired of hearing the sounds because they're very varied. Gameplay wise, the game handles pretty well. The controls are basically what the standard is right now for RTS games. The buttons are pretty much the same that in almost any other game, so it's not really confusing to go in and jump and play. You don't really have to like learn to control these games again. You create control groups with control and the number keys, and then you can tap the number key twice to make the camera go to that control group, so you can pay attention more freely to everything that's happening on the battlefield. As far as micromanagement goes, I feel like the game is pretty good. You can pretty easily control every unit to do whatever you want them to do, and most advanced units will have more tools to deal with the problems of the battlefield. The infantry actually has a passive that when they take too much damage, they will prone on the ground to get damage reduction. That is automatic, that's not something that you have to select, and that was pretty good. We have explosive barrels everywhere where you can take advantage of them to destroy enemy infantry or enemy structures. And we have something called the drone operators that I thought they were pretty cool because the drones do crazy amount of damage. Like, they probably will get nerfed, but they allow you to also scout in a little area before you go in so you can get more information. So that was pretty cool. Of course, we also have mechanics for repair of vehicles and healing of infantry. What I did notice, however, and maybe it was just me, but units kind of took their own paths and went different directions and just kind of did their own thing way more often than I would like them to. I definitely lost some units to that and it didn't really feel very well. The demo didn't really give us very much, although you can start to see how this game is structured. You have your base, you have your production buildings, your ability buildings, and once you are happy with the location of your base, you can start creating fortifications around it. It's actually pretty good, and as we move up on the tech tree, we will be able to build stronger and different defenses. Now, since this is a demo first impressions video, I don't really have that much to say about other buildings and other types of units. because it is pretty limited. As I say, we only play one mission of each faction. There's only one resource that we collect, and those are the Tempest, which are the red vines with the red flowers, and they have an active growth system, so if you harvest too much, you will run out of it. There's other mechanics like intelligence and a power grid, which you have to be mindful of, but we'll get more information of those in the future. Now on the website, we can see the tech trees for each one of the classes, and we can actually see all of the units that they have planned for each one of the classes at release, as long as the structures. Now the infantries for both of these factions have 6 different varieties, and the vehicles have 9, and the aircrafts have 4 and 5. 4 for the Tempest Dynasty and 5 for the Global Defense Force. So this will be, I guess, a pretty mech heavy game, which actually makes sense given the option of fortification of the bases, which I guess is going to be a pretty vital part of the micromanagement once we get further into the game and on the multiplayer. Now, as far as the amount of structures, the Global Defense Force actually has 20 structures, and the Tempest Dynasty has only 16 or 17. Maybe I counted wrongly, but it will be interesting to get to know why is this difference, and will the Global Defense Force be OP over the Tempest Dynasty, which is something that I've been thinking about since I've been playing this game and seeing content of it, that maybe the GDF, the Global Defense Force, might be a tad bit more powerful just because of the machinery that they have. But anyways, those are my first impressions of the game. The game looks pretty good. I really enjoyed my time with the demo, even though you can't really extrapolate a lot of information just by playing the game, because it's the mission and then it plays the trailer and sends you to the main menu. But I'll be paying attention to it. Let me know if this game appeals to you, if you like it. Maybe I can make a couple of videos on it so we can talk about it. Leave me a comment if you like it. If you dislike it too, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.